Well, good morning, 1T. Today we're going to learn something very exciting. It's how to share equally, and the topic is known as division. Now, you already know a lot about making groups when we multiply. We've been learning that for quite a few weeks, and we've also been using our storyboards to show our thinking. We're going to use our storyboards again. However, this time we're going to flip the idea. We're going to actually see what happens when we share a number of objects into equal groups, and that's what's called division. So we're going to learn how to do this using something called sharing equally. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to take a total number of objects and divide them into equal groups. You'll be able to draw your thinking and write a number sentence. We're also going to use arrays, which of course we have been covering for quite a little while. Now, doesn't that all sound amazing? So let's go ahead. Today, our learning goal is I can share a total number into equal groups and show my thinking on a storyboard. Your learning goal is on the whiteboard, so please refer to that. We'll be using words, our vocabulary, which I've also put on the board, like group, shared between, equal, number of groups, leftover, and even array. All right, let's have a look. We're going to start with some counters. Count with me how many counters I've got all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And what I want you to do, I want to imagine that I have two friends and I'm going to share my 10 counters between these two friends, and I'm going to use my storyboard. Let me show you. Alrighty, here is my think board. Can anyone see something different from last week's think board? Yes, that's right. We don't have our multiplication sign anymore. We actually have our division sign. So I've gone ahead and written our story, which is I had 10 counters. I shared them between two friends. How many counters did each friend get? So this is what I'm trying to find out. And I've got my 10 counters here. And what I'm going to do is draw my two friends that I'm going to share these counters between. So let's go ahead and start. What we want to do is share them equally. We want to make sure they're each getting the same number. So to do that, I will go each round and give them one each. So one for you, one for you, one for you, one for you. And I'm going to keep doing that one at a time until I have none left. And I've got none left over, so I have shared equally with none left over. Now I can go ahead and count how many each friend got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll just make sure that they are equal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they got 5 each. That means 10 counters shared between two friends is 5 counters each, and I can go ahead and write that as a number sentence here. I'm going to write 10 divided by or shared by two friends is 5 counters each. In the show me box, what I want you to do is complete an array. Now we have been doing arrays for quite a while. What we want to do is have our two rows, which are our two friends, and 5 in each row. Here we are. This is my array for 10 for two groups of 5. And lastly, you will draw your story. So you might have your two people and all their counters. So they would get 5 counters each. And that is my think board complete. Alrighty, wonderful. Now that you've watched me share, we're going to do it all together. So in a minute, we're all going to sit on the floor and together we're going to share counters. So grab a tub. It will have 12 counters inside. I've counted it for you, but you're welcome to double check. You also need your storyboard. It'll be empty and we're going to fill that in together. Don't forget your texter to fill that in. Have a seat on the floor. Let's share together.